Hello everyone, and to be honest, when I say everyone, I mean anyone. Hello anyone, and welcome back. This is another of Nosh's Quest to Gold. I am Nosh. I am not this red Terran player, that is Arcanite. What a nice name. I decided to cast this game based entirely on his name. Arcanite down the bottom left. He's our red Terran, as I said, and I will be the blue Protoss, chilling up here at the top of definitely Entombed Valley. Bottom left, top right, I said that correctly. That's amazing. Now, I decided to show you this game, as you might already notice by where I'm pointing with my hand and now the mouse. It's not quite a quick game. It's not quite a quick game. It is quite a quick game. It's not that long a game. Sorry. You get this a lot in bronze, or at least bronze to silver, high bronze, where people are like, are you bronze? Are you bronze? What league are you in? What league are you in, man? What league are you in? So, I'm in Wood League, in case you wondered. The reason I decided to cast this game, much like the next game I'm going to cast for you, is because, yeah, there's a little bit of angry talk happened directly after the game. Now, unfortunately, you won't be able to see it in the message log. He, like, kind of, you know, this rage quitting going on. But I'm going to sum it up for you while you get to watch the game. Now, my Terran opponent is starting relatively standard, you know, supply depot, barracks, probably a gas in the next 1 or 2 food. I myself am playing pretty much the same standards as well, you know, pylon, 9 pylon, 12 gateway, 14 assimilator, 15 pylon, Nosh, 15 pylon. Don't break my heart, there you go, 15 pylon. It's almost like I know how I play this game. There you go, there's that refinery that I was talking about. So it's a very, very standard game. Now, I've started scouting, I think, with my 12 pylon scout. He scouts the top left, doesn't find him, comes down here to the bottom left. I know he said bottom right. Comes down here to the bottom left where he is going to find him. So that's going to be cool. Arcanite's building his second racks. He's getting his command center morphed into a thingy. Orbital. Is that the word I want? Fucking amazing. Meanwhile, back at home, I'm getting my cyber core. I mean, like I say, at this point of the game, it's always going to be the same for me, and if I could think of anything else to say, I would, but I'm just going to describe the same things for the first at least 3 or 4 minutes. So scouting into his base, I see his 2 racks, I see that his attack lab coming down on 1, I see his little scout running away. I can't remember exactly where I tucked this guy in, but the thought in my head, I remember this game, the thought in my head going into this game was 3 gates, expand. That is the plan. So I'm going to get my first units out. I'm going to push them down at the bottom of the ramp. I've also got a wee pylon here, because once you've got your 3 gates, I like to go for some stalker aggression as well. Now, this isn't the build I do against Terran now, I'm going to point out. The build I do against Terran now is a sort of 20 food fast expand with lots of stalker aggression. I found on Liquipedia, it's actually a build Huck was using, that looked quite fun. And I've actually had a lot of success with it. Now, the description of the game says it's best to use it against a Terran who's fast expanding himself, but I've found the aggression that you get from the Stalkers gives you enough time to get the command center. The command center, there, I'm looking at Terran, there, all my buildings are Terran. The aggression you get with your Stalker is enough to give you a little bit of time. Now, he's going to come into my base and he's going to see 3 gates. But I see his little duty in my base and decide to place a 4th gate. Now, I can't remember whether it was entirely what I scouted myself that made me think 4 gate. I mean, at the moment, the scouting information I have is 2 barracks. 2 barracks, so that's definitely an all-in barrack marine rush super aggression that's coming for me. But I have the tower, I have the secret. So I see this coming across the map. I wonder if I'm not gonna save him in time. No, I was coming across here. These guys are. No, I am still coming across here. These guys are gonna, you know, one of them loses his life, but he did kill a marine. So that's a nice little 1-for-1 with this army. On top of that, I've got more stalkers coming out, but they're not quite coming out fast enough. So we're running on back home. We could really use a sentry to force field the ramp. Really use a sentry. Oh, here come my gateways. 4 stalkers versus 3 marauders and 1 marine. Let's just walk right into his cannons and then focus fire, and that should, you know, do us a favor. Then we're going to warp in some zealots and the sentry. There's that sentry for force fielding the ramp, because I assumed he'd have rallied all of his units down here. Which I don't actually understand why he hasn't done that. I don't know what he was trying to do off the back of this aggression, but he is now getting a factory, and I'm getting more money than is even remotely sensible, and sending more forces across the map now. Yeah, he's building a barracks, a bunker. You can tell I've just woken up. He's building a bunker at the front of his base. I guess he's a little bit scared about his aggression. That will be coming from me now that, you know, he's just attacked my base and he didn't kill any of my stuff. So, just going to regroup at the front and then push back up into his base from all sides. I could probably do with building another pylon if I'm going to continue this aggression though. Stalkers and zealots and sentries all pushing up. He's going to push down with all of these forces, but it seems a little bit too late. He probably should have held off on that. Maybe another bunker up here. I mean, I don't really get his thought process here. Oh yeah, I moved this little dude here, obviously, so I can spawn slightly higher up. He comes down the ramp to fight me. I pop up my guardian shield and just chasing off the ramp. Stalkers at the front, tanking all the damage. Stalkers, zealots at the front, tanking all the damage. Stalkers at the back, hiding in the guardian shield. I clean up everything that he's got, and then, you know, that's pretty much it. That's game. Now, or that would just be game, you know, good game, well played. This is generally what you're looking for around this situation. Take off his attachments, shoot a couple of SCVs, kill some of his buildings. 4 gates, fucking overpowered as hell. Every fucking TVP leaves the game. No, I haven't found a good example of a game to show you yet, and believe me, I have been looking, but surprisingly enough, the matchup I have the hardest time against is actually Terran. That's why I've changed builds 2 or 3 times to fight Terran. 4 gates just don't work. I mean, that's what I started doing when I started playing in Bronze, and as you can see, that's what I'm still doing in these games that I'm showing you today. Most of the time it is a 3 gate or a 4 gate or a 3 gate robo or some form of a 4 gate. Mostly a 4 gate, especially against Zerg, it's always a 4 gate. But I'm actually going to look after the next replay I'm going to cast for a 4 gate versus a Terran, and you'll see exactly how it goes. But I actually messaged him, saying to him, you know, like, pretty much this, the hardest time I have is against Terran. 4 gate just doesn't work. All you need is to wall off your ramp here, get your supply depots and your barracks, maybe put a bunker instead of a supply depot, or put a bunker to the side, and then 1 siege tank with siege. That's all you need. Siege tank with siege, or just a crap ton of marines hiding behind a wall off. And by the amount of time that the units that are coming up your ramp spend going into your, you know, base, by the time they've either broken down your wall off, which you can obviously all repair with your SCVs, I'll have lost too many units, you'll have had too many units, and everything will just get peppered. As long as you have bunkers, or you keep your marines far enough back from the front that I can't shoot them with stalkers coming up the ramp, it's not hard to defend a 4 gate. So I kind of sent him a message being like, 4 gates aren't that overpowered, the game's pretty much balanced at this point, give or take a few minor adjustments here and there. Yeah, so it was a good game. Don't take that away from it. And you know, he had a bit of angry banter, and then he went on my account and started saying, no, you've only played as Protoss, you've hardly even touched Terran, and you've not even ever played as Zerg, so you don't know what you're talking about, and you're bad at the game, and I hate your face, and I'm gonna punch your grandchildren, and all sorts of things like that. Which is true. When I got Star, I guess it's Stargate, because I've been watching that a lot on TV, and by TV I mean legally, and I own it, and it's definitely on the TV. I've been watching that a lot recently, but no, when I first got, fucking, I've completely blanked. What game is it I play? What game is this? Star something game of StarCraft, there we go. When I first got it, I went straight into the story mode. Which I'm just going to show you here. I went straight into story mode, and I just started playing through achievement hunting for that, and got alright with Terran, but alright with Terran in this story mode. I hadn't played much StarCraft before that. I hadn't played many RTS before that. So, oh no, spoilers! Don't look! Spoilers. I hadn't played much RTS before that, so I figured that at least if I played the solo campaign, I'd get an idea of what was going on. And then, when I decided I wanted to play multiplayer, a lot of my friends were playing it and playing multiplayer. Fuck, I didn't mean to go to that. And when I started playing multiplayer, I went straight in and started playing as Terran. See if I can find out league combat. I started playing as Terran. Yeah, see, you know, I got a couple of the Terran achievements. I did play for Terran as a little while, but I never really got into the game very much. Then I did switch to Protoss, and that's the race I've been playing thus far. I never have liked Zerg. I've played Zerg a lot in either randoms, or 2v2s, or 4v4s, or something like that, or just for fun, but I don't like the mechanics of the race. I find it too difficult to deal with myself, so yeah, that's what happened there. But yes, I did go ahead and spoil that last night I went and got promoted. Last night I went from rank 1 bronze to rank 20 silver in one game. So yeah, check that shit out. That's amazing. But I'm off to cast another game, the game I'm going to cast. Yeah, look at that, this one. This is the game I'm going to cast against Ray the Protoss. So I hope you're going to enjoy that as much as you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching. I love you all. More than just friends. See you next time.